Do you ever feel like you are being robbed in broad daylight every time you walk through those automatic sliding doors at the grocery store? You walk in for a gallon of milk and a loaf of bread, and somehow you walk out $80 poorer with a bag that feels suspiciously light. The truth is, the modern supermarket is not a warehouse of food. It is a meticulously designed psychological trap engineered by some of the smartest marketing minds on the planet to separate you from as much of your hard-earned cash as possible. There are items sitting on those shelves right now with markups of 300, 500, or even 1,000%, hidden behind bright packaging and the seductive promise of convenience. Most people are blindly throwing these into their carts every single week, essentially handing over a massive chunk of their yearly savings to giant corporations for absolutely nothing in return. Today, we are pulling back the curtain on the 10 most overpriced items in every grocery store. We are going to look at the secret markups, the clever naming tricks, and most importantly, the high-quality alternatives that will save you thousands of dollars while actually improving the quality of the food you eat. If you want to stop being a victim of the retail food industry and start being a master of your own budget, you need to hear this. Let's dive straight into the first and perhaps most insulting overpriced item on our list: pre-cut fruits and vegetables. You see them in those clear plastic containers, perfectly cubed melon, sliced pineapple, or chopped onions. They look great, and they save you 10 minutes of prep time, but have you ever actually looked at the price per pound? In many cases, you are paying a markup of 300 to 400% for the luxury of having someone else use a knife for you. A whole pineapple might cost you $2 or $3, but that small tub of spears? That is $6 or $7 for less than half the actual fruit. Worse yet, as soon as produce is cut, its surface area increases, which causes it to oxidize and lose its vitamins much faster. You are paying 4 times the price for a product that is objectively less nutritious and has a much shorter shelf life. The secret alternative is simple: buy the whole fruit. Spend 5 minutes on a Sunday afternoon prepping your own containers. If you really hate chopping onions, buy a manual food chopper for $15 once, and it will pay for itself in 3 grocery trips. Stop paying for someone else's labor at an hourly rate that would make a lawyer jealous. The second massive ripoff hiding in plain sight is bottled water, specifically the individual 20-ounce bottles. This is the greatest marketing trick in human history. You are paying for a plastic bottle and a label, not the liquid inside. In many cases, bottled water is literally just municipal tap water that has been run through a basic carbon filter. The markup on bottled water compared to tap water can be as high as 2,000%. Not only is it a financial disaster, but it is also an environmental one. If you are worried about the quality of your local water, the solution is not to buy pallets of plastic bottles that leach chemicals into the water when they get warm in the delivery truck. The smart move is to invest in a high-quality stainless steel water bottle and a solid at-home filtration system, like a multi-stage undersink filter, or even a reputable pitcher. For the cost of 2 months of bottled water, you can have a system that provides thousands of gallons of crisp, clean water for pennies. Don't let big beverage companies convince you that hydration needs to be a luxury expense. Moving on to number 3, we have the spice aisle. This is where the grocery store makes some of its highest margins. Those tiny glass jars of cinnamon, oregano, or garlic powder often retail for $5 or $6 each. If you calculated the price per pound, you would find that some spices are more expensive than silver. The markup here is astronomical because the stores know you only buy them occasionally, and you value the convenience of that little shaker top. Here is the secret they don't want you to know. Check the international or ethnic food aisle. Usually just 3 aisles over, you can find the exact same spices in cellophane bags for a fraction of the price. You can get 4 times the amount of cumin or paprika for $2 instead of $6. Another pro tip is to find a local health food store or co-op that sells spices in bulk. You can bring your own jars and refill them for pennies. Never buy those name-brand spice jars in the main aisle again. It is like burning money to season your chicken. The fourth item that is draining your bank account is name-brand cereal. Have you seen the prices lately? Some boxes are pushing $7 or $8 for a mixture of processed corn, sugar, and food dye. The reason they are so expensive isn't the ingredients. It is the massive advertising budget required to put those cartoon characters on the box and buy the prime shelf space at a child's eye level. If you look at the bottom shelf or the bagged cereal section, you will find the store brand versions. If you check the ingredient lists, they are almost identical. In many cases, the store brand is made in the exact same factory as the name brand, just with a different label. However, the even better alternative is to skip the boxed cereal altogether. It is nutritionally empty and leaves you hungry by 10 in the morning. Buy a massive bag of organic steel-cut oats or old-fashioned oats. For the price of one box of colorful loops, you can get a month's worth of breakfast that actually fuels your brain and keeps your insulin levels stable. Add your own frozen berries and a bit of honey, and you have a gourmet meal for 20 cents. Number 5 on our list is pre-marinated meats. You see those vacuum-sealed packs of teriyaki chicken or lemon pepper pork. They look like a great time saver for a busy weeknight, but there are 2 secrets hidden in those packages. First, you are paying the price of meat for the weight of the marinade, which is mostly water, salt, and cheap oils. You are basically buying liquid at the price of steak. Second, and this is the darker secret, grocery stores often use the pre-marination process to extend the sellable life of meat that is just starting to turn color or is reaching its expiration date. The heavy seasoning and sauces mask any loss of freshness. It is a way for them to move inventory that would otherwise be a loss. The better move is to buy fresh, unseasoned meat on sale. Making a marinade at home takes 30 seconds, olive oil, a squeeze of lemon, and some of those bulk spices we talked about earlier. Not only will it taste 1,000 times better, but you also won't be eating the preservatives and high-fructose corn syrup typically found in the industrial marinades. The 6th item you should avoid is individual snack packs. Whether it is crackers, cookies, or even tiny bags of carrots, the 100-calorie pack trend is a goldmine for retailers. You are paying for the plastic packaging and the machine that sorted them into small portions. Often the price per ounce is double or triple what you would pay for a standard-sized box or bag. Do the work yourself. Buy the large bag and a box of reusable containers or compostable snack bags. Spend 5 minutes on Sunday portioning them out for the week. You are essentially paying yourself $20 an hour for those few minutes of work. Convenience is the most expensive commodity in the world, and snack packs are the perfect example of how stores exploit your busy schedule to inflate their profits. Item number 7 is shredded cheese. This is a staple in many households, but it is a silent budget killer. Not only is it more expensive per pound than a block of the same cheese, but it also contains hidden additives. To keep the shreds from clumping together in the bag, manufacturers coat the cheese in potato starch or powdered cellulose, which is literally refined wood pulp. This affects how the cheese melts and how it tastes. When you buy a block of cheese and grate it yourself, you get a smoother melt, a better flavor, and you avoid the wood pulp. A standard box grater is one of the best investments you can make for your kitchen. It takes less than a minute to grate a block of cheddar, and the quality difference in your cooking will be immediately noticeable. Plus, the block cheese stays fresh much longer in the fridge than the shredded bags, which tend to grow mold faster due to the increased surface area. The 8th most overpriced item is salad dressing. Those bottles of ranch, balsamic vinaigrette, or Caesar dressing are mostly made of cheap seed oils like soybean or canola oil, water, and sugar. They sit on the shelf for months thanks to a heavy dose of preservatives. You are paying $5 for a bottle of cheap oil and chemicals. The world's best chefs will tell you that the best dressing is the one you make in the bowl right before you eat. A simple mix of high-quality extra virgin olive oil, a splash of apple cider vinegar or lemon juice, a pinch of salt, and a dash of mustard is infinitely healthier and tastier than anything in a bottle. If you make it yourself, you avoid the inflammatory oils and the hidden sugars that turn a healthy salad into a junk food meal. Keep a nice bottle of oil and vinegar in your pantry, and you will never need to walk down the dressing aisle again. Number 9 is specialty health waters and functional beverages. We are talking about vitamin-infused waters, alkaline waters, or those wellness shots. Most of these are just flavored sugar water with a tiny, negligible amount of vitamins thrown in for the label claim. The alkaline trend is particularly egregious, as your body regulates its own pH perfectly well regardless of the water you drink. You are paying $4 for a drink that has less nutritional value than a standard multivitamin and a glass of tap water. If you want flavored water, put some cucumber slices or fresh mint in a pitcher in your fridge. If you want vitamins, eat whole foods. These drinks are designed to appeal to your desire to be healthy while actually doing very little for your biology and a lot of damage to your wallet. The 10th and final item on our list is greeting cards. It sounds small, but have you looked at a card lately? They are often 6, 7, or even $9 for a piece of folded cardstock with a generic message. The markup on paper products like this is legendary in the retail world. Instead of buying a $9 card that will likely be thrown in the trash a week later, go to a boutique dollar store where they often have high-quality cards for $1, or better yet, buy a pack of plain, high-quality stationery. A handwritten note on a blank card is 1,000 times more meaningful and personal than a pre-printed poem. You save money, and the recipient feels more special because you actually took the time to write something from the heart. Now that we've identified the ripoffs, we need to understand the why behind them. Supermarkets are designed using what is known as the D-comp strategy, focusing on the perimeter while luring you into the high-margin center aisles. The items we just discussed are usually placed in hot zones, areas where you are likely to make an impulsive decision based on hunger or time pressure. To beat the system, you have to shop with a plan. Never enter a grocery store without a list and, more importantly, never enter a grocery store hungry. When you are hungry, your brain's executive function takes a back seat to your primal instincts, and those $6 pre-cut mangoes start looking like a great idea. Another secret weapon for the savvy shopper is understanding unit pricing. On almost every shelf tag, there is a small number in the corner that tells you the price per ounce, per pound, or per 100 units. This is the only number that matters. The big bold price is there to distract you. Often, the larger family size item is actually more expensive per unit than the medium size, or the sale item is still more expensive than the store brand. Always look at the unit price. It is the only way to compare apples to apples, or in the case of spices, cinnamon to cinnamon. It cuts through the marketing fluff and shows you the raw math of the transaction. Let's talk about the store brand revolution. 10 or 20 years ago, store brands were often seen as inferior. Today, that is rarely the case. Many store brands are actually private labeled by the exact same big-name manufacturers. The store just doesn't spend money on Super Bowl ads or celebrity endorsements, so they can pass that 40% savings on to you. From canned beans to frozen vegetables and even organic milk, the store brand is often identical in quality. If you switch just half of your regular name brand items to store brands, you could easily save over $1,000 a year without changing your lifestyle at all. One of the most effective ways to save is to master the loss leader strategy. Stores will often advertise one or two items, like eggs or a specific fruit, at a price that actually loses them money. They do this just to get you through the door. Once you are there, they hope you will buy a dozen other high-margin items to make up for it. The savvy shopper buys the loss leaders in bulk and ignores the rest of the traps. Look at the weekly circulars, find the true deals on staples, and build your meals around those instead of walking in and letting the store's end cap displays tell you what to eat. We also have to address the organic trap. While buying organic can be important for certain items, especially those on the dirty dozen list like strawberries or spinach, for many other items, the organic markup is unnecessary. If the fruit has a thick skin that you peel off, like a banana, an orange, or an onion, the pesticide residue is much less of a concern. You can save 50% by buying conventional for those items and reserved your organic budget for the things where it truly matters for your health. Being a smart organic shopper is better than being a blind organic shopper. Preparation is the ultimate enemy of the grocery store's profit margin. The more you produce at home, the less you pay for their industrial processing. Buy a large bag of dry beans instead of cans. It costs $2 for a bag that makes 10 cans worth of beans. It takes a little more time to soak them, but the flavor and texture are far superior, and you avoid the sodium and BPA found in can linings. This applies to everything from baking your own bread to making your own iced tea. You are essentially trading a tiny bit of your time for a massive increase in financial freedom. Another hidden ripoff is the convenience of the deli counter. Pre-made pasta salads, rotisserie chickens, and pre-sliced meats are marked up significantly. A rotisserie chicken might seem like a deal at $7, but you can buy a whole raw chicken for $5, and it will be larger and not pumped full of as many salt-heavy injections. The deli salads are often made with the cheapest possible mayonnaise and old vegetables. You can make a massive bowl of potato or pasta salad for $2 that will last the whole family for days. The frozen food aisle is another place where markups hide. Frozen entrees or TV dinners are some of the worst values in the store. You are paying for a fancy box and a tray, and inside is often a meal that costs 30 cents to produce but retails for $5. It is also usually loaded with more salt than you should consume in an entire day. Instead, buy frozen components, a bag of frozen broccoli, a bag of frozen brown rice, and some frozen wild-caught salmon. You can put those together in 10 minutes for a fraction of the cost, and it will be a real meal that nourishes your body. One thing people often overlook is the pharmacy and personal care section of the grocery store. Buying ibuprofen, shampoo, or toothpaste at a grocery store is often more expensive than at a dedicated discount pharmacy or big box retailer. These sections are there for emergency convenience, and they charge you for it. If you can, buy your non-perishable household goods in bulk once a month at a warehouse club or online. Use the grocery store only for fresh, high-quality perishables. To truly win the game, you have to change your mindset. Don't look at the grocery store as a place that provides for you. Look at it as a business that is trying to win a game against you. Every time you spot a ripoff, you win a point. Every time you choose the block of cheese over the shredded bag, you win. Every time you make your own dressing, you win. Over a lifetime, these wins add up to hundreds of thousands of dollars. That is money that could be in your retirement account, your children's college fund, or spent on a truly great vacation. Imagine what you could do with an extra $300 a month. That is the average amount a family of 4 can save by eliminating these 10 ripoffs and shopping more intentionally. It doesn't mean you have to eat bland food. It actually means you will eat better food. Fresh, whole ingredients always taste better than something that has been processed, preserved, and packaged in plastic. You aren't just saving money. You are upgrading your life. The grocery store secrets are only secrets as long as you are moving too fast to notice them. Slow down. Look at the bottom shelves. Calculate the unit price. Question the convenience factor. Is it really worth $5 to save 3 minutes of shopping? Probably not. When you take back control of your grocery cart, you take back control of your health and your financial future. Next time you find yourself reaching for that plastic tub of pre-cut fruit or that bottle of sugary ranch dressing, stop for a second. Ask yourself if you are willing to let the grocery store win that round. Put it back. Grab the whole fruit. Grab the olive oil. Head to the international aisle for your spices. Be the shopper that the grocery store managers hate because you are too smart to be fooled by their tricks. Shopping this way isn't about being cheap. It is about being efficient. It is about respecting your own hard work by not wasting the money you earned on wood pulp-covered cheese or flavored water. You have the knowledge now. You know exactly which items are designed to drain your wallet. Use that knowledge every single time you shop. Your bank account will look better. Your body will feel better. And you will have the satisfaction of knowing that you have beaten the system. Convenience is a trap. Marketing is a mirage. And the truth is written in the unit price and the ingredient list. Stay vigilant, stay informed, and remember that the best things in life and in the kitchen are usually the ones you have to put a little bit of work into yourself. The grocery store may be designed to make you spend, but you are the one holding the wallet. Make every dollar count and stop paying the convenience tax on your life. Your journey to a smarter, wealthier, and healthier lifestyle starts in your shopping cart. Take the lead and never look back.